You have been lied to in Animal Crossing. In Animal Crossing New Leaf, your idyllic mayoral experience is actually a cleverly disguised prison. From the walls of the town to the very beginning, you're not the mayor, you're a convict. Let me explain. When you first start the game, you're met with a cat named Rover. He meets you to ask you your name, where you're going, what you're doing there, etc. But it seems damn suspicious that he's asking all these specific questions to a stranger. I'll come back to that later. Rover says he likes to travel all around the world, but is that so? He doesn't give us a destination of where he's going, he only asks us. I believe that he's going to the same destination as we are, but not for the reason we suspect. Rover is a convict running from the law, which explains why he likes to travel. But when we see him in the beginning, he's being transported to the town to be held as an inmate. But shouldn't there be law enforcement if they're transporting a criminal? Yes, but they're in another train car. When you first see him, he's leaving the train car to see you. And back to what I said earlier about his questions. What he's trying to do is find someone who has the same stop as him. When you, the player, is asked this, you make up a name for the town whether you think it exists or not. But by your luck, you happen to say the name of the town of his prison. But why would he care? He's having you go in for them and have them mistake you for their prisoner. But when you arrive in town, they don't refer to you as an inmate or convict. They call you mayor, but this could all be chalked up to being a job in the prison. And to clarify, the town is the prison. You might say, it doesn't look like one, but that leads into my next point. At face value, the town is just that, a town. However, it lacks certain infrastructure that might suggest it being some sort of penitentiary. There are only two ways to leave the island, the train and the motorboat. The train is stuck on a linear path that only travels to other towns. In this case, it's just visiting another prison. As for the motorboat, it only goes to one other island, and you don't even get the chance to operate it. It's driven only by one guy, Cap'n. What this means is you only have a few select options on where you can go, and you can't even go back to your own hometown to see your parents, or anywhere for that matter. There aren't even roads for you to drive out, like any other town in the world. And one damning piece of evidence to support my claim, when you purchase a wetsuit and try to swim out away from the town, you're blocked by tethers that enclose the perimeter around the entire ocean. Also, if you analyze the commercial area of the town, there are only a few select stores that seem to stay in business, even if they lack customers, such as yourself. This implies that they're being funded by some type of government to keep the needs of their prisoners fulfilled. And the town doesn't even use real currency. It uses bells, a made-up currency that's only usable in the prison itself. To recap what I've said, you're on your way to an unknown destination and meet a cat named Rover. He himself is a convict and uses you as a scapegoat to have you fill out his prison sentence. You don't notice it at first, but this town is a prison and you're given the job as mayor, but this is just a manager job for inmates. There is no escape from the prison, from the extremely limited transportation to the odd businesses in the commercial center. You've been living in a prison this entire time. You've been tricked by Rover, mentally and literally. But who knows, I'm probably some lunatic overanalyzing a kid's game. If you think so, let me know.